Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we are going to be doing a moon reading. We're going to see how the new moon in Taurus is going to be affecting Aries. I have some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you that I'm going to lay out, and then I'm going to draw a few tarot cards and then some advice at the end. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. We have Jurgen Sacha, Transfiguration. We have Imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. We have the Angel of Balance, number 48. We have a look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. We have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. And then we have, for this part down here, what needs to be released by Aries. We have this full moon in Aquarius energy. Show the world the real you. And then we have what needs to be seen. We have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. And for what's getting ready to emerge, we have the emotions are running high, the super moon energy coming through. Okay, I'm also going to get a few tarot cards. So what's going to be the easiest aspect, the most harmonious aspect for Aries during the course of this new moon in Taurus? We have the Knight of Wands. And what else? What's the most harmonious aspect of this moon for Taurus? The Four of Swords. Okay. And then what is going to be the most challenging aspect of this moon? We have the Six of Cups. And most challenging aspect, the Ten of Cups. All right. Okay, guys. So what do we have here? Oh, also a side note, if you guys want to make moon water and you do that kind of stuff, which basically you can just put like water in a clear jar, good to use like filtered water. I use Fiji, it's my fave, but just leave it out in the moon. Like, it's so easy. It's good for like beauty rituals, especially like I make my own oil face wash. It's not a face wash, it's like an oil cleanser, it's what it's called. And like I'll put that out. I'm going to make a big batch tomorrow because that's when the moon is here, and I'm going to like leave it out in the moon and work on keeping the skin looking amazing. Like, you know. But anyway, so it's just good for stuff like that. You can leave like your beauty products out there, whatever you want to do, your night cream, you know, whatever. Excuse me. So okay, what is going on here? We have this Transfiguration card, so let's start with that. That's like a pretty powerful card. It looks like the Tower. And this card is all about protection and taking a kind of like a crappy situation and turning it into something good. But this card specifically, like this herb, Jurgen Sacha, whatever it is actually used to like heal snake bites and spider bites, like things like that. So it makes me think of like an enemy, like taking like transfiguring the pain maybe from some interactions with people, and turning it into something good for yourself, like looking at the situation differently. I feel like you could have some conflicts with people because we have this here as well, the full moon in Scorpio. This is Mars energy and Mercury, I believe, is what I'm seeing here. So Mars and Mercury, that's like that makes me think of like arguments and fighting. That's what this card also speaks of, and that's what's getting ready to be seen. So there could be some sort of fighting, some sort of somebody that kind of just maybe even is envious of you or has it out for you. And I feel like someone is going to be starting with you. And I feel like I'm looking at what is going to be the most harmonious aspect of this moon for you. Here we have the Knight of Wands going to the Four of Swords. To me, that's like speaking of you being able to like control your temper. I feel like you're going to be very balanced during the course of this moon. And if anyone tries to start with you, you're going to be very much able to shift your focus. It's like whatever toxic energies you're going, it's like there's a need to be extra cautious, but I feel like that's what's going to be like easy for you to do for whatever reason. I feel like there's a very stabilizing influence coming through with this Taurus new moon for you guys. It's having like a very like stabilizing effect, a balancing effect, where maybe emotions are usually running high for you, but I feel that you're able to sort of like keep calm, keep the peace, kind of call on your divine wisdom here, and even like maybe treat the situation with kindness, but or even like just not even really associate with it, and being able to then turn your energies on other people that maybe need your kindness, if that makes sense, and just shifting your focus a little bit. What needs to be let go of, looking at this full moon in Aquarius, I feel like this card is all about detachment. So maybe it's a situation where maybe you care a little bit too much about what other people are thinking. Not that you shouldn't, because if somebody, it sounds like this card talks about like nastiness being in the air, like really like nasty side of people coming out. And if that's the case, like, of course you care, of course your feelings are going to get hurt. It seems like you do get angry, but you're able to kind of tamp it down. But also this might be it coming out later with the supermoon. So I feel like there is a message about like definitely express yourself. Don't be afraid to express yourself and speak on things if they're upsetting you. But if you feel like there's no point and it's easier to just sort of detach from the situation or just like shift from caring about them to caring about like something else that like matters, like if it's like a family member, like can you just maybe like not really talk to that family member for the time being, take some space and just focus on your friends or a different family member, like for example, like giving them your energy and attention. And maybe just like with the detachment energy I'm getting, not even discussing, not even engaging in talking shit, and just maybe like trying to deal with it on your own. I feel like this is about like dealing with the situation internally. And I feel like this is also questioning this is maybe happening to give you a chance to question who you're spending your time with and if it actually is helping or hindering you in a way. There is like a call to kind of look at who you're hanging around with. I feel like that was a message coming through in this card as well. And I feel like this is talking about your soul tribe. So kind of like take note, like how do I feel when I'm around people? Like it doesn't have to be like an outright like fight, like a screaming match. It could just be like underhanded comments, passive aggressiveness, like things like that are just like getting to you, and you're just like having to always like be the calm, like tamp down your anger, like okay, like. And I think maybe there could be an explosion on the horizon, and that's why spirit's like bringing this to your attention now. But also maybe you could be, if someone's like criticizing you, that's something else that could be happening, but that's like annoying you. They could be making, again, like passive aggressive comments. And if you are getting bothered by it, um is there maybe like, it's good to ask yourself, do I care because there's some truth in what this person's saying? Like, do I feel guilty about certain things that, say it's your mom, say your mom is like criticizing you, like, oh, you're not like, I don't know, saving your money or something. Like, first of all, like a new moon in Taurus is a great time to start some sort of saving plan or some sort of new financial plan, or start investing, or start saving for a house, or start doing like a new budget. I use the envelopes, start like a sinking funds like envelope system, where basically you just put money away for emergencies, for whatever, like different categories you want. They have them like these little binders, like you can get them anywhere, like on Amazon, any of those kinds of sites. Or you could go get like really pretty ones from people. Daisy Budgets, that's someone I used to be obsessed with. Like you could like just like get inspired by her channel. And sometimes this is just something I want to say. Like there's this girl, her name is like Operation Nikki. that I follow on Instagram. Like, she's huge. I'm sure someone who's watching like probably follows her too. But like, I noticed, like, I used to like I will never have a house like that. Like, this lady's like, what was she doing when she like made her coffee? She was like melting a Lindt chocolate. I feel like I might have talked about this in one of my other readings, but she was literally melting like a strawberry Lindt chocolate on top of her coffee to make it like this like creamy chocolate. I mean, I love it. I love the idea. Would I ever have the patience to sit there and do that every day? No. Like, I have my coffee, I have my hazelnut creamer, like, period, the end. Like, that's it. But like, so it's like, what I'm saying is I will never like do everything that she does. But sometimes you could watch videos like that, and instead of being inspired by it, you could be getting discouraged. So I think spirits like just kind of like feel into the essence of that, like, if that makes sense. Like the Operation Nikki thing, sometimes like I'll just be sitting around and I'll be watching her, and she when she changes her sheets, she like sprinkles the powder. She I think it's like, I don't know what that's for, just like scent, just to like, you know, kind of clean the mattress. You sprinkle on the powder and then you vacuum it up. I love it. I've never done that personally, but I don't know. She's like ironing her pillowcases. I mean, stuff I would never ever do, but like, it does make me want to like get up and like make my bed. You know what I mean? Like, just the spirit of the video. You don't have to like do everything that the person's doing. I forget who I mentioned before her that I was talking about. Oh, Daisy Budgets. Maybe you're not going to have like 20 million envelopes, all fancy, blah, blah, blah. But you'd be like, wow, I like the way like she has her money so organized. Like, I want to start like being more organized with my money. Maybe you're not even going to use that budget plan. You're going to have your own. You're going to, you know, just have like a spreadsheet or an app on your phone, whatever, like, you know, whatever works for you, but just getting into the spirit of that. Just like address it within yourself. Like, maybe there is no, if someone's criticizing you, maybe there is no truth to it and you're just annoyed by it. I mean, that could be the case too. Not saying that there is truth in it, but if there is, it could cause like a sort of more reactive response from you, because it's like hitting a nerve. Like, you know what I mean? So like, if you can kind of like neutralize that trigger, like, you won't be triggered anymore and you will be detached from it. And it's like, that's what I think Spirit's saying, like, let go of, try to like find and neutralize these trigger points, like, and as well as you can, like, let go, like, ask yourself why you care. Is it, you know, if it is, again, a parent, I'm just using this example, but is it because you always want their approval? Like, you need to find that like validation within yourself. And you know, Taurus is like, just like Taurus in general, not like anything I'm necessarily picking up from the cards, but Taurus is ruled by Venus. Again, it's about value, and that could obviously mean money and abundance and things like that, your resources in an outer way, like the clothes you have, like the water you drink, like the money you have to spend, like all those kinds of things. But it also is about your inner resources, your sense of worth, self-worth, and they are connected. So, and sometimes it's almost like you have to fake it till you make it, or sometimes you have to start on the outside first. So if you are, and that's why like these little beauty rituals, or these little like this moon water you can make, or you don't have to do it like to actually do moon water, but even just start something that is, you know, when you watch, like, going back to this idea of like simplifying things, um you know, you could see someone, oh, like these little reels on Instagram, like my 20-step Korean skincare thing that I do every night. Like, I do a double cleanse, and then I use my vitamin C serum, and then I do this, and then I do a face mask, and then I, you know, blah blah blah. There's like literally 10 steps to it. Okay, that's I mean, some people literally just use like a makeup wipe and go to bed, like, or don't even do that, you know, and just, so in order, it's like hard to imagine going from like doing nothing to like doing like a 10-step program. Like, that's obviously going to be a little bit challenging, and that's fine. So it's like, don't be afraid to kind of just keep it simple. Like, maybe just start cleansing and moisturizing, you know what I mean? Just a 2-step one. Maybe like put some witch hazel as a toner. Like, you know, you could buy it like pretty cheap at the store. You could literally use bar soap to wash your face if you don't have anything. I literally use um the cream you get at the nail salon. Not always, like, I have like a nice moisturizer as well, but like in the morning, that's the moisturizer that I use. I don't want to use my good like night cream like during the day. I use like the hand, oh well, it's not really hand cream, it's like face and body cream, but it's like the one you get at the nail salon. I ordered it in bulk on Amazon because it's cheap and it doesn't make me break out, and it really moisturizes my skin. But yeah, so keep it simple, and if you're, maybe you'll just feel better, like you'll feel more like you deserve to like take care of your skin, because and you deserve to take care of yourself in general. Doesn't mean you have to put makeup on, but if you are like a girly girl like that, like, and you know, you're just not like giving yourself enough time in the morning to like get up and get ready and like in the way that you want to, do your hair, or even just have some time to relax and journal. It doesn't have to be about like, you know, making yourself up like that. It just makes a big difference in your day. You're worth taking a little time for yourself instead of just like getting up, rushing out the door, rushing to your job. Like, have some time for yourself in the morning. Wake up a little earlier, even if it's just 20 minutes, and give yourself time to like ease into your day. And then we have this imagination card too, and it looks like she's making a list here. So I feel like, you know, this is a good moon to set intentions and really like let yourself dream about, maybe pick like 3 things, 3 goals that you have for yourself, intentions, whatever you want to call them, and then just put like 1 or 2 action, maybe put one, just to keep it simple. Like we're saying, put 1 action you could take towards getting it. Like, I want to buy a house in 10 years, or I want to buy a house in 3 years. Okay, I have to start saving like a couple $100s a week, or I don't know, putting like $50 a week aside or something like that, cutting out something, like whatever action you want to take, whether it's related to money, beauty, or romance. I would stick with those, because, and that kind of encompasses like a large part of life here. So that kind of, it's a good moon to do. It kind of encompasses a lot of things, this, you know, the Venus energy. So sorry, I feel like, yeah, try to do that and try to take that 1 action a day. You know, you want to get fit. I'm going to do like, I'm going to do a yoga video, a 10-minute yoga video every day. Like, it's still, you know, just to start out like that, just start out like that, and then like build up to more as you go. But like, just even doing the most simplest things to start, because I think people get ahead of themselves and think that they have to like do everything like all at once. Like, I have to like work out like 3 hours a day. Like, no, you really don't. Like, just start trying to get a little bit healthier, you know? So yeah, I feel like what is getting ready to emerge. Actually, this card is a very auspicious card. It's like, it was talking about like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like things changing in a positive direction. So I feel like all this work you could do could be very powerful for you guys, Aries. I feel like this is like a good opportunity to like get yourself in check and kind of like just get organized and prioritize what you want to happen. Like, really check in with yourself. What are my dreams? And something that I also want to talk about, sorry, I keep coughing, is your self-concept. I've been watching this girl, Jill Guerin. She talks, I forget the video about the self-concept she was like talking about, but she really like said it so eloquently and beautifully. But basically, you know, our self-concept limits us in a way. This kind of goes hand in hand with the self-worth idea that we were talking about. So definitely like think about like when you are imagining your goals, do you feel like a little twinge of like, ugh, like that's never gonna happen, or like, ugh, like I could never be successful, or ugh, nobody likes me, like people don't like me. This is something I notice as a waitress. Something that I always tell myself is that I'm not good at talking to people. Like, I see all my coworkers being able to do, this is going back a decade or two, not two, yeah, two. I'm older than I think. Sometimes I like forget, but yeah, and it's just, I always tell myself that like, oh, people don't like me is something that I always say, because I've always kind of been like an outsider, and I just feel like, I don't know, like I have felt like that a lot. That's one of the things I've always like just said and assumed about myself, like, oh, people don't like me and I'm not good at talking to people. I just assume that they don't like me before I ever even speak to them, because it's my own self-conception that is kind of creating the block. So stuff like that, like take a look at and think about, just like notice the things that you tell yourself about yourself and see if there's anything there that you can work with and maybe heal and, you know, change and transfiguration here. So, because I feel like even the negative energy here that you need protection of could be your own thoughts and imagination, or, you know, something there. I do feel like there's the potential for some sort of nasty people or some situation like that, but I feel like we need to, maybe you've been all action and you need to spend a little time like going within, seeing what you think about yourself and really trying to figure that out. We have what's going to be a challenge, the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, which I'm kind of confused by. Maybe just your familial relationships with the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, or some like a friend that you've known from childhood or something like that. like those sorts of relationships. But with these two cards coming through, I feel like it is a long time established relationship, a relationship with a foundation. This isn't just a random coworker. I feel like this could be with a parent, a child, a sibling, a childhood friend, a spouse. Did I already say that? If I did, I'm sorry. What is this saying? What's going to be most challenging for Aries? We have the Three of Pentacles and the Dreamer, the Fool. Again, I see like a child that's like an angel. This says talent, recognition, collaboration, beginning, believing, and protected. Maybe this is saying that like overcoming doubts about yourself and like believing in your own talent because it's going to be difficult for you, maybe because of some conditioning from when you were little. I see children on these cards, and on this card, so I feel like it's something going back to your childhood. Like we all have issues from our childhood, I'm sure, but I don't know, sometimes I tell people stories from my childhood that I think are funny, and the look on their face is like one of horror, and I'm like, oh, what? But actually just happened to me the other day when I was on the phone with my friend Lauren, and she just was like, Gina, that's not even funny. And I'm like, what? It is. It's one of like our old jokes in my family. And she's just like, no. Like, Gina, please stop. But anyway, I don't know. Like, it could just be like, and that kind of was a key now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I just kind of laughed it off. It was supposed to just be like a light, funny story. And we ended up getting into this discussion, me and her, about like the way I look at myself. And I don't know. It's just like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, where it could just be normalized for you is what I'm saying. And it doesn't even need to be like this terrible thing, but it could just be little assumptions you made about yourself that you could even be like the butt of a joke in your family, but you kind of just have like, you kind of just roll with the punches, so you're not even really like caring about it or emotionally, but it's the way you're looking at yourself though, like as a joke, as like, oh, like I can't take myself seriously, like I don't belong. Oh, this says belonging. Yeah. Traditions, learning, like we need to like break with those traditions and like start telling ourselves we get to define who we are, you know, and we can't let other people do that for us. But I feel like this is almost like cleverly disguised because it's not something like overtly painful or like combative. It might be like a more subtle form of like just like self-deprecation. Like if you're very self-deprecating, like that, like, hello, nice to meet you, we're in good company here. But yeah, that could be a sign too that you kind of, it really is masking a little bit of a like not really positive view of yourself, you know. So let's get some advice from your guides. Anything else they want to say to Aries? Sorry, I hope this reading isn't too long. I can't say what Aries guides want to say to them. Okay, we'll get these and get some of these. Ooh. Okay. That was in reverse, and okay, and it's about community, so I'm not surprised. Okay. Let's look at this. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? That is a wonderful thought. Hopefully it's true. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought patterns so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. Yes. Support growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, and talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward, work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of confidence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. And it was in reverse, so I feel like you could be having some struggle with that. Maybe you believe that you're not talented, so it's like you aren't going to start working on developing any talents because you feel like you don't have any. But, you know, maybe try some things out and just see, you know, oh, like start drawing, singing, like painting. I think drawing and painting are kind of like the same thing, but not the same, but in the same, not great, two distinct examples there. But tarot, palm reading, I don't know, whatever, baseball, like anything. It could be anything. Whatever you think you could be good at. Yoga, maybe you could, it doesn't mean you have to be like a professional, maybe you could like coach little league. I mean, you know, whatever, like you could find a passion or a talent for something that, you know, maybe when you were little you used to play and you used to get like made fun of, or maybe like you had a very like, oh, one time I was playing tennis and I saw this kid with their dad, and I get it, you know, you don't want your kid to be like, oh, I don't know if I really get it, but anyway, he was just like being a little bit too like, come on, like it's like, all right, it's like make it fun, maybe he'll like relax and do better. But I mean, I don't really know, I'm not like a parent, but it seemed a little rough to me. It seemed a little unnecessary, a little overboard. Okay, and then we have this belief system: go after what you want, unique, destiny, inspiration, talents, again coming through. Give, and it was on the in the tarot too, I saw it. I don't remember if I said it, but the word talents I saw. Talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. You're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. Yeah, and you know, understand too that if people are like almost like being mean to you or criticizing you or making fun of you or making jokes at your expense for who you are, and like that's the real you, it's like, I mean, that's kind of sad. Like, I mean, if it's like really done in like a mean-spirited way. And unfortunately, some people will try to do that. There are bullies out there. There are people that just don't feel good about themselves and need to make other people feel worse in order for themselves to feel better. But, you know, hopefully you're able to detach from it and recognize that that's not a true reflection of you at all. And I feel like the fact when I was like using this deck, I saw so many people with like angels in the background. I feel like that was a direct message from your angels of like, we admire you greatly, like we think the world of you, and we do not see you that way at all, because that's not even who you are. Like, don't let other people like make you feel differently. Let's see, anything else. You know who you are. The sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. And again, I feel like it's I'm getting that sense of like that resources, like the inner and outer resources, like work on both, you know, but I would say start with the outer. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. You know, start like getting ready because like you love to look good. Like start doing stuff, like have like a spa night for yourself. Like make it fun, but also like build your self-worth in the process. Open, say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. Again, try to neutralize those triggers and break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. Yes. That's all about family ties and releasing things. And again, these triggers could be tied to family patterns. I was really getting family. So, all right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.